Hey everybody, today we're going to be making some vegan eggplant parmesan. And first thing we're going to do is start with the gravy or the sauce, oh, whatever you guys prefer to call it. Put about a tablespoon of olive oil, 3 diced up large cloves of garlic. I'm going to add a little red pepper flake. You don't have to add this if you don't want to. You can add a half a teaspoon. You can add as little as much as you want. You don't want to burn this. We got to keep an eye on it because if the garlic gets burned, everything tastes bitter. It smells good in here. Okay. Now next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a small can of tomato paste. This is 6 ounces. I'm not making a lot of sauce, so this is fine. You want that right in there with the oil. We want to get this like nice and toasty also. Just mix it up. I also have a recipe, guys, for fresh homemade marinara sauce straight from tomatoes off the vine. I'll link it for you guys in the description. This looks nice. It smells good. Smells good. Okay, I'm gonna throw in the 3 bay leaves. Remember how many you put in, because you don't want anybody getting that in their plate and accidentally swallowing it because they could choke on them. But just be careful with them for later on when you're ready to serve. Now this is going to bring out a lot of flavor by doing this. And next we're going to add a can of crushed tomatoes. You could use tomato puree. You could use whole tomatoes if you like. I'm going to go with the crushed tomatoes. This is a 28-ounce size can. I love using these rubber spatulas because they get everything out. Every last bit out they get. I'm gonna fill this can up with water. That water here. Okay, let's stir this up. Bob Marley says, stir it up. Little darling, stir it up. Okay. Mix that in nice. Clean off the spatula a little bit. We make the sauce first before the eggplant, so that way when we're ready to layer the eggplant, the sauces are ready to go. Okay, I'm gonna mix that up. Here I have like a tablespoon of fresh rosemary that I minced up. And this is also about maybe a tablespoon of basil. I have from the summer. I still have the plants left, so I figure why not use them, right? But if you don't have the fresh basil and the fresh rosemary on hand, you can definitely use the dry Italian seasoning, which I'm going to use anyway in here. Use about a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning. Crumble it through my fingers. Okay, that way it releases more of the oils from it. It gives it more a nice aroma and better flavor. Okay, I'm gonna add just a pinch of black pepper. I am going to add garlic. Probably about a tablespoon of garlic, even though it's fresh, but I want this just so flavorful. An onion, about a tablespoon of onion powder. I'm gonna put some nutritional yeast in this also. It gives it that little bit of that cheesy flavor, but it's also healthy. If I could get it open. It's also healthy for us. It's got, you know, the B12s and stuff in here. So we'll just add, gonna add like a small handful of that. That looks like it was about a tablespoon. And just to get rid of some of the acidity, I'm gonna add a little teaspoon, a teaspoon of sugar. You could put as much sugar in here as you like, depending on how like sweet you like your sauce. You could put as much sugar or as little sugar as you like. I don't really like my sauce sweet. I just do this just to get rid of some of the acidity. Okay, let's mix that up. It already has a beautiful color to it. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm going to salt this to taste. Start off a little at a time. The more this cooks, the more you'll be able to tell exactly like how much it needs, like more of any seasonings or of salt. That tastes good to me. Very good. Okay, so we're going to put a lid on this and we're going to start on the eggplant. So just leave this simmering on low. I have this on low, and I'm going to cover it up and just let it simmer. All the flavors, all the herbs come together. They'll all meld together here. Beautiful, beautiful sauce. Gravy, beautiful gravy. Some people call it sauce, some people call it gravy. They have arguments over it. I don't care what you call it as long as it's good. Okay, let's cover this up. Okay, so let's start on our flaxseed egg that we're going to need for the eggplant. I have here 1 cup and 1/3 of a cup and 1/3 of a cup of water in here. So that was 10 tablespoons of water, and then a quarter. Yeah, it was just 10 tablespoons of water in here. Now I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of the flaxseed, because it is 1 tablespoon of flaxseed to 3 cups of water. 3 tablespoons of water to 1 tablespoon of flaxseed. So I'm going to put 5 in here. Just stir this up. We're just going to stir this up and wait for it to get thick. Okay. You can put this in the refrigerator for it to thicken, or just put it to the side and thicken up. This is our egg replacement. Not sure if I did the math right, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work out. So basically just eyeball it, okay? So I'm going to put this over to the side. I'm going to add some flour. And in this bowl, these are my homemade Italian breadcrumbs, because it was so difficult trying to find vegan breadcrumbs. I mean, I know Ian has them, but they were just like selling them separately, like the smallest little pack for like a ridiculous amount of money that they wanted for it. Well, you think they would have more breadcrumbs available, you know, for people who are allergic to eggs and milk, but apparently not. Okay, so here I just got myself some bread that had no eggs, no milk in it, toasted it up, put it in my processor, and added my Italian seasonings to it. And here is my mixed Italian seasonings, the dry Italian seasoning mix, with a little garlic powder and a little onion powder. That's it. Okay, now what I forgot to do to this flaxseed here, I wanted to do, I just wanted to add a little salt to it, a little pinch of salt, just a little pinch of salt. And I have a little bit of this vegan Parmesan cheese that I'm going to grate into it. It's just a small piece, as you can see. Oh, that big piece fell in there. All right. Okay. Stir this up. See how thick it's getting? This is our egg. And now we could cut up the eggplant. Here we have our eggplant. Okay. Now you'd be surprised, the small eggplants make a lot of cutlets. See this end? You want to cut off this green part. But this doesn't seem like this knife is going to work. I'm going to use a serrated knife. And just get rid of that piece. Okay, now we could cut our eggplant in circles, or we can cut it diagonally. You could also peel the eggplant. You don't need to keep the skin. I'm just going to keep the skin. And I think I'm going to go with circles today. No, you know what? I'll do diagonal. Let's do diagonal. And you don't want them too thick, but you don't want them too thin either. Oh, like this one is just, it's a little uneven, but sometimes that happens. Okay. So about like an inch thick. So we're just going to keep on cutting these. You see, like when they get like this, if that's really thick like this, just do like just fillet it, like just cut through that. Huh? Okay. I might even get another piece out of this because it's really thick. Okay, so just thin them out, that's all. Because they're going to get layered up anyways. So. It's okay, so here we have them. They're all sliced up. Now what you can do is just layer them, and in between each layer just sprinkle a little salt on and let them sit in a strainer, and a lot of the acidity that's in there will come out with the salt and the water from the eggplant. But I'm not going to do that because I have to watch my salt intake, and it really doesn't taste really salty when you do it, but the salt is there, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so here we have this. Okay, just just gonna put these over here. Don't worry about it if they go in little pieces, because like I said, we're layering it like lasagna, and then when it gets cut, it's gonna, you're not gonna be able to tell. It's just gonna, all you're gonna do is, it's just gonna, you're just gonna taste goodness. Okay. Just get rid of that piece. Get rid of this piece. So we're done breading them. We're gonna fry them. I can put them in the oven, but it is hot, and the air fryer just isn't big enough to handle this amount. Okay, so here we have the flour, our flaxseed egg, and our breadcrumbs. Stuff really quick. And get this good mix. It's nice and thick. First, we're just gonna dunk this in the flour, and then the egg. Flour helps the flaxseed egg to stick to it better, and then we put it in. We bread it with our breadcrumbs. What we do, so on and so forth. Shake off the excess, and here's our first one. And we just continue doing this until they're all layered. I mean, I'm sorry, until they're all breaded. Flour, egg, breadcrumbs, and it helps if you keep one hand clean. I just went ahead and dirtied both my hands. Okay. And this is what we're going to do, so on and so forth. Yes, nice piece. Okay. We have one more left. I'm just going to flour it. And guys, if you find that your flaxseed just gets a little too thick, add a little more water to it, and it will be fine. Add a little water and mix it up, it'll be just fine. Okay, so we're done breading the eggplant. Let me take a look at the sauce. Remember to stir the sauce with the gravy periodically so that nothing gets stuck to the bottom. And this has been simmering for quite some time, so I'm gonna turn it off. Taste yours to make sure whether or not it needs more salt in it, or any other seasonings that you think it may be needing. I'm gonna turn that off for now because it's hot and done. Okay, and here I have a skillet with canola oil in it. You could use vegetable oil if you like. And right now I have it on high, medium high, just to heat up a little quicker. Okay, so let's check the oil now. Okay, let's put a little bit of, yeah, it just bubbled up to the top. So we'll carefully place your eggplant cutlets into the oil. Don't crowd them, especially if they're big like these. Just let them crisp up, get nice and brown on one side, and then when that's done browning, we'll turn it around on the other side so that side can get brown. Okay, so let's see if these guys are ready to get turned over. Look at that. That nice crispy brown coating. And this is what we're gonna do to all of them. So once these are all on the other side frying up nice, I'm just gonna continue to fry the rest of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna take these out the oil. Let that oil drip off. And just place it on a plate with paper towel. And then I'll just finish doing the rest. Finish doing the rest and we'll come back and start layering them. Okay, so we're done frying up the eggplant. I'm gonna be baking this in the oven fryer. I'm just gonna put it in a small pan and cover it up, and you can see by the size of the pan, just probably one will just layer it like that, but we'll see. So what I first do is I just put down a little sauce first, a little gravy. Okay. Okay. Then we'll lay a cutlet down, and then we'll lay another cutlet down. Okay. What I want to do is make sure everything has cheese on it, right? So I have vegan mozzarella cheese. You could use any vegan mozzarella cheese that you like. More sauce. Okay. More layer of eggplant. Sauce the eggplant. These are little pieces, so yeah, we could throw those right on in here. Okay. And put more cheese. A nice layer on here. There's a nice big piece here. That nice big piece of eggplant right there. Now, of course, if you're making this in a big, a nice big casserole pan, you gotta lay it all the way down. And then, the sauce and the cheese, and then you continue layering it like that. But since I'm putting this into the air fryer, I have to put this in this small little pan here. So now I'm going to cover this with more cheese. I'm going to sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese. Follow your heart. This cheese melts really, really good. Follow your heart, Parmesan. It melts really nice. So I'm just going to put some of that on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this. I'm going to put it in the air fryer at 350. It's probably going to take about 30 minutes to cook through, to melt everything through. And then I'll uncover it and let it get nice and brown and bubbly on top. So I'm going to cover this with some foil. Yes, I'll put a little more. I'll put a little more sauce. Just remember, be careful with the basil leaves. So that way nobody goes choking on them. And guys, I just want to say thank you for all my new subscribers and my subscribers who have been with me since I started. I mean, it's not a big channel at all. It's like the tiniest little channel ever, I guess. But I'm so appreciative of you guys, just with your comments and good vibes that you bring. And just keep coming. I just want you guys to know I appreciate it. But there are also people, my lurkers, that watch the videos but don't hit the like button and don't subscribe. 90% of my viewers are people who are not subscribed. So you guys, look, might as well subscribe, right? It's free. So I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna try to like tent it. That way it doesn't like really touch the cheese. Okay. And then, now if you were doing this in the oven, you would put it on a 350 oven. Cover it like that, tent it. Just leave it in there for about probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Just keep checking to see if it's melted through. And once it is, then you could just take off the foil, raise the heat. You could even put it under the broiler for a few minutes, couple of minutes, for the cheese to get nice and bubbly and brown. If not, just turn the oven up to about 400 and let it continue to just bake, and you'll get that brown bubbly cheese. Okay, so I just took it out the air fryer. It's hot through, but what I want to do is I'm just gonna add a little bit of water in it, just to, so there's a little steam to really melt this cheese. So that was just like maybe a teaspoon, just a little bit of water. And I'm gonna cover it up now and put it back in for another 5 minutes and see how it melts. Okay, so here it is. I just now took it out of the air fryer. What I did was I just got a little spray bottle and I just spritzed it a tiny bit, you know, gave it a little mist of some water, and then just put it back into the air fryer until it melted a little better, and that was it. So yeah, don't be shy to use a little water mist. It melts better in the oven as opposed to the air fryer for whatever the reason is. And then we're just gonna let this cool off, and then we'll be able to cut into it. I'll let it cool off for about 5 minutes. Okay, so here it is. It sat for about maybe 5-10 minutes. And I'm just gonna cut into it. Can you see the cheese? Oh my god, it's so good. Okay. Goodness. Oh, look at that. Look at this. I'm gonna plate it up with some pasta and salad. I'm gonna take some pictures and post it. And you guys, I am so glad that you're enjoying the videos that I'm posting. I appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to like and share. Leave comments or questions. I'll leave links in the description for how to make your own mozzarella cheese and how to make fresh marinara sauce. This is so good. That's delicious. That's really good. I love eggplant. You guys, thank you for joining me. I love you guys and I appreciate you so very much.